So, if you don't recall my previous two New 52 canon Batman movie reviews, I've called the movies really good, but not quite great. They get really close, but they're just weighed down by things that keep it from being able to reach that upper echelon. Well, I'm glad to say in this third installment, they finally broke through that barrier because, damn, this movie's awesome, bro. Another really good Batman movie, dare I say, a great Batman movie. And what's weird is it doesn't really focus on him. Yeah, that surprised me too. There's a bit to talk about with this one, so let's not waste any more time and dive straight in. What's up, it's Hunter going on. Welcome back to the Animation Station, which is fan animation, including TVs and movies as well. I'm your host, Justin Small. Welcome to my review for DC Live for Batman Bad Blood, the third solo Batman movie in the New 52 continuity canon of the DC animated universe pantheon. That sounds like a mouthful, but that's just the best way I can describe it to you. And the best way I can describe this movie to you is that it is legitimately great. A lot to say about this one. I have a pretty good written review, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. So far, these New 52 Batman films have been pretty good, but feeling like something was missing, which kept them from reaching true greatness. So with this third installment, I went in with my expectations at about the same, expecting a really good movie, but not a great one. But I was pleasantly surprised yet again, because not only was this one really good, but I dare say it's the first one I can genuinely call great. I mean, it's below Phantasm and Mystery of the Batwoman, yes, but I mean, as far as the New 52 canon movies go, this is so far one of the best ones, and it's definitely the best of the solo Batman movies that I have seen so far. Following a battle in a warehouse, Batman ends up going missing. Knowing that Gotham City still needs to be protected, Nightwing dons the cowl, and Robin returns from his self-imposed exile to help him on patrol, while they also simultaneously investigate Batman's disappearance. With an unknown bat-masked assailant after Robin for an insidious plot, the murderous gun-wielding Batwoman following them at every turn, and Gotham City on the verge of collapsing, it's up to them to solve the mystery and save the city. Yep, this is the first animated movie with Batwoman. The Mystery of the Batwoman doesn't count, that was an original creation. This is Batwoman from the comics. Before I get into this, though, I need to state this, for those toxic haters, and especially the homophobes that review bomb this movie. Yes, Batwoman herself is LGBTQ, more specifically, she is a lesbian. But for those complaining or using the very overused W word that I freaking hate and I will never use because of how much I hate it, just because of that, this is from the actual comics and not an original creation for the movie. Insert obvious Killing Joke Bat's X reference here, and don't worry, we'll get to that one once we get to that disaster. As expected, most of the voice cast from the previous two New 52 Batman films are back again in all their respective roles. Amara's Batman, Alan's Robin, Maher's Nightwing, Akaran's Talia, and Thomas's Commissioner Gordon. Then returning from other previous DC animated films is Steve Bloom, now as Black Mask, John DiMaggio, now as Blockbuster, Vanessa Marshall, now as Renee Montoya instead of Wonder Woman, which I will admit is a little bit weird, and Robin Atkins Downs now as Mad Hatter. And I also think this is the first DC animated movie to have Mad Hatter as an actual main villain. That's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie, because he's part of the B-, C+ kind of level of the Rogues Gallery. Then the rest are all new arrivals. Christine Lakin, Joyce Kinney from Family Guy as a reporter, Ernie Hudson, yes, Winston from Ghostbusters as Lucius Fox, James Garrett, Roku from the Avatar The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra universe, takes over the role of Alfred, which he's reprising from Batman the Brave and the Bold animated series. Gaius Charles, Brian Williams from Friday Night Lights as Lucius' son Luke, aka Batwing as he's later going to be called. And the second Dexter alumni in a row, Yvonne Strahovski, Hannah McKay, as Batwoman. The cast here is pretty good, especially Strahovski, who, as Batwoman, is a great new addition. Like, I loved Batwoman in this movie. Not only was she accurate to her comic book counterpart, but the voice acting was spot on. Then there's the rest of the positives. Great story, compelling characters, excellent character development, especially for Batwoman. Good writing, great fights, solid animation, consistent pacing, a fantastic mystery, more PG-13 boundary-pushing brutality with a very high body count. Good runtime and rewatchability is in the higher tier of these movies. But despite everything it does right, this movie has one huge problem that does affect the film. The last 30 minutes of this movie are legit bad. It's tacked on, contrived, lazy, anticlimactic, padded, and feels almost entirely disconnected from the rest of the movie outside of one really half-efforted twist. Again, they try to do a twist, and again, it doesn't work. Sure, the final battle itself is still good, but everything surrounding that action has the Snyderverse problem. Lack of actual investment making it feel empty despite what's happening on screen. Overall, though, despite that huge flaw, the positives are still just enough to outweigh it. Batman Bad Blood is a great third installment in the New 52 Batman series that's a lot of fun to watch. Final verdict for me is going to be a high 8 out of 10. Highly recommended, especially for Batman fans. Well, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Which one was next? I forget which one. Yes, this one. Okay. Thank you for watching. See you next time for Justice League vs. Teen Titans. Probably one of the shortest reviews of this marathon because I don't really have a lot to say about it. See you then.
We cannot take it anymore. The time has come to go.